So the Snappocalypse is coming to a town near you, and some of the deadbeat losers that don't want to get off their couch are getting very upset about it. Let's get into a little bit about the stoppage of SNAP food stamp benefits starting tomorrow, November 1st.
As the government shutdown continues, SNAP benefits are ending tomorrow night at midnight. SNAP is the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. 18 News reporter Kyle Dobry has some resources for people losing their SNAP benefits.
And now here's my grandson.
SNAP benefits are ending tomorrow night at midnight, and millions of people are going to be without it. I was able to talk to officials about different resources and helplines for those who need it. The majority of funds for the SNAP benefits come from the federal government, and with the government shutdown, there are no funds going out. These benefits are relied on by millions of people who can't work, working families, seniors, and more.
Individuals who receive this critical benefit, in my opinion, should not be held hostage or should not be in the middle of what is a budgetary argument in D.C.
One of the many resources people can turn to is the 211 helpline. This helpline covers Allegheny, Chemung, Schuyler, Steuben, and Yates counties. The hotline will direct the caller to local food pantries, food delivery, and even free meals.
We are more than eager to help these people. We have geared up. We have updated our databases, and we're just here to put the community as a priority.
The Economic Opportunity Program in Omaha.
So they were talking about calling 211 to get information, and that just makes me snap, pun intended, waka waka. Back to something that's I'm Generation X, it's going to show my age a little bit. Who remembers, show of hands, when you had to call 411 on your house phone that was connected to the wall, it was hung up on the wall, and you picked up the receiver and dialed 411, and it would give you movie times in your locality and also what time it was. Because microwaves and stuff didn't have digital displays with the time on them and stuff like that, or it wasn't commonplace to have in the kitchen. Who remembers that? All right, but Generation X question there. I digress. Let's keep going.
Ira serves thousands of meals a year and is still open and serving the community despite the government shutdown. Leaders there say they are doing everything they can to give food back to the community. They say that even when the government shutdown is over, there can be a delay up to a week for people getting benefits. In Elmira, I'm Kyle Dobry, 18.
In Elmira, I'm that guy's grandson. Okay, so Democrats and Republicans are going back and forth here. Of course, both parties are blaming each other. This is the politics that's happening over this situation. This is a common thing. It's a little more exasperated this year than what I've seen to previous years. We've had shutdowns go for a little while. This one's heading to 31 days. And the Republicans ended up pulling a Democrat play out of their playbook, which is blaming the other side for their participation in it. So each side is blaming the other for the reason that it's not going down. Democrats want illegals to have benefits, and there's some Obama-era, Obamacare stuff that they want to continue that was set to cancel out. The Republicans are trying to get a clean deal passed to fund the government with some stuff in there that they're looking forward to. And, either side is doing the finger pointing. So this kind of new game that the Republicans are playing that I haven't really seen in the past. If somebody else has seen it, you can point it out to me. But they've been looking to independently fund these other initiatives while the government is shut down. So none of these things are supposed to be paid normally. The purse is closed during this time frame. But, they got the $130 million, I think something like that, donation from a private donor to pay the troops while they're not being with the government shutdown. And then they were also trying to come up with a bill that would pay SNAP benefits while the government is shut down. So this was a clever ploy by the Republicans. Because if the Republicans are able to make it work, they come out looking like the heroes, even though the Dems are trying to blame them. The Democrats, in the meantime, have to shut down the bill because they know what the Republicans are trying to do, which makes the Democrats seem like the bad guys in the situation. I mean, they are. This is a Democrat-run shutdown of the government, but the Republicans are playing a very smart game, and it's actually nice to see them being smart for a change. Normally, there's too much infighting and too much tripping over each other in order to get anything done. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, Matt, well, while they're playing games with all this stuff, people are going to go hungry, yada yada. This entire initiative needs it needs an entire do-over. I'm not saying to get rid of it, but the abuse that happens here and the waste of taxpayer dollars. We don't get a say in any of this. And let me just show you some of the people online. There's one content creator here. She goes by Lindy Glenn. She's playing some videos of people going online, doing TikToks or doing YouTubes, pissing and moaning about not getting their food stamps. And when you see some of these people, tell me what you see. I'm not talking about race or color. I'm talking about how they all appear able-bodied, and you have to ask yourself, why aren't you working?
Because the government shut down, and
so she says I'm about to start picking cotton. Let me rewind a little bit.
Myself out wondering, like, the government shut down. It's October the 1st. We're not going to get our food stamps. What are we going to do? I'm just going to have to go out there and pick some cotton because the government shut down, and my EBT card is not going to be working this month. And oh, Jesus. Oh, Elizabeth. The government shut down. I'm not going to get my food.
Now, it looks like she's messing around a little bit, so that could be satire. But one of the and I know it can be hard to get a whole bunch of information from one video that's a bust size of somebody, right? But when you see some of the others that she's going to play, you're going to see that genuinely from the video, or generally, they don't appear to have something that's getting in their way and keeping them from working. And I'm going to elaborate on some of that after we watch a little bit more of this.
Oh, snap this fucking month. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God.
I think she's...
I'm not going to get my fucking
she's smiling. I think she's messing around.
So y'all mean to tell me that we may not be getting our food stamps in the month of November because the government...
So her heading is, the fuck they mean no food stamps for the month of November? Question marks, crying, whatever.
Shut down. We may not be getting our food stamps for Thanksgiving. What the f... Bitch, this better be a fucking joke.
Did you hear what's going on with Trump and them? Apparently, they shut down November and December food stamp. I just got a note from them saying they're going to shut my food stamps. Ohio, you bet not. You bet not feed in that allegation. You better pay me my food stamps. I better get my food stamps. How am I supposed to feed my family? How am I supposed to take care of...
First she goes from demanding and yelling at all of us that she needs to get it, and then she goes to the fake cry, how am I going to feed my family? Like, you see her all done up. She's wearing a nice shirt. She's got a whole bunch of makeup on. Even if that's cheap stuff, you still spent however... I mean, any women watching, tell me how much she must have spent on the facial stuff, eyelashes, everything that she's gotten done here, right? And out-of-pocket money that's being spent. And in the meantime, she's spending taxpayer dollars to feed her family. And she's not saying, "Hey, I'm suffering. My family is in this situation or that situation." From these people, it's all demands. I want my... What the fuck? I want my money. Give me my money.
Of my children, my mother. How?
Okay, before we go any further, I just want to make it perfectly clear that I am extremely concerned for these people not being able to feed their children.
I'm seeing the topic of discussion is no food stamps for the month of November. Y'all hosts put the Don Julio down for a month and sell them Rick Owens. I'm sure y'all will be able to afford a turkey and some sides. Bitches be in the club.
You know what else I see in some of these videos? How young these people are. I never thought being in my 20s or whatever it is that I could be eligible for food stamps. When I was working part-time and working my way up in the company that I was working for and trying to eventually get to full-time, the thought never occurred to me that I might be in a bracket where I might be eligible for food stamps as a single guy working. Like, it just didn't occur to me because it doesn't feel right. You are supposed to get these to help take care of your family. You're supposed to be in a very difficult situation in where you have to take care of your family. I'll give you an example about how the way this used to work. My mother was raising me all by herself while dying of cancer. So she was on benefits. She was getting this. Back in the 80s, you didn't get a fancy little credit card and swipe it through so you look like a regular person. You got a voucher that looked like a big check. And on that check was everything that you could purchase. So it would very specifically say, times 2 gallons of milk, 1 bushel of bananas, 1 carton of eggs, etc. You would bring all those exact items. If you got anything outside of what was on there, it would be a separate part, and then you would have to pay out of pocket for it. So you would come up with a white or wheat bread, right? Because you had to get a healthy bread. Everything was healthy. If you got cereal, you had to get non-sweetened, like you couldn't get Frosted Flakes. You got non-sweetened flakes, or heart-healthy Cheerios or something. It had to be healthy. And then you went up to the register, you gave it to the cashier, and he went through everything and made sure that you had everything. They had to identify that you had everything properly and that it was a product that was SNAP compliant. And a little sign would normally say it on the shelf. And then they'd confirm everything, and then they'd put that in the register so the supermarket could be paid, and you would get your stuff. That was the extent of it, to feed your family. So you can't work. You're going through a difficult situation, whatever it is. Okay. Here's something so that you can put food on the table and you can feed your family. But you're not going to buy sweets and snacks and cookies and soda with it. Feed your family healthy stuff. It's not, you're struggling in a difficult situation. It is not party time. Now, they've upgraded all of this to include candy and snacks and soda and potato chips. Let's take a little more of this.
Every motherfucking weekend, literally every weekend, section every weekend, 6 bottles of Dawn every weekend, lashes done, nails done, hair done, new shoes, all type of shit. And yet, you're complaining about food for Thanksgiving. Y'all priorities be all the way up on this bitch. Fake rich assholes.
Oh, she calling it like it is. I love it.
Excuse the fucking way that I look, but I'm already struggling as fucking is. We're not getting food stamps in November? No.
I mean, I just look at her. She looks like she already lives under a bridge. You had the money to get a tattoo. I imagine that was a couple of dollars. But God forbid Mrs. White Trash loses her food stamps.
We're not doing this. We aren't. Because I don't got no family to go over to their house, any fucking Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, we're doing it.
Like, it's just me and my daughter at home.
We're doing it.
Her birthday is also in November, so I use them food stamps to get her a little cake. Like, I have bills to pay and I only get Social Security. What is happening?
See, I explained this in the first video that fucked up. I only get food stamps and Social Security. So here's the question you have to ask. Why is this young fucking chick on Social Security already, essentially retired, never working again, assuming she even tried it to begin with? I'll tell you kind of a quick thing here. When I was younger and I was still married, I was living in Southbridge, Massachusetts. That was like a mini ghetto Worcester. If you know, you know. And I remember coming in the apartment building. We were a multi-level apartment building. It was a house that was converted into like 3-4 units. You come down the stairs and the porch monkeys would be sitting on the porch every day. Didn't matter what color their skin was. It was just sitting on the deck, got nothing better to do, sitting outside their house. And I ended up becoming friends with a couple of them. We play poker or do something in the evenings on the weekend. Every day was a weekend for them, but, in my free time. And I'd go, how the fuck are you guys just sitting on the porch, on the deck every day? You got nothing to do, you got nothing going on, you go for a walk, you hang out with the boys, you come back, you're chilling here. Of course, they're fucking staring at you while you leave your house and go to your car. Like, what the fuck are you? Go find something to do, get a hobby or something. I'm like, what are you doing? They go, oh, well, I got diagnosed with bipolar, and so I don't work anymore, and I get Social Security disability, and then I get SNAP. And it's like, what the fuck? So you're basically retired at like 23 years old? What the fuck is that? All being subsidized by the taxpayer. Now, she just said to you, I don't work, I'm on Social Security. I'm going to play it again.
Cake. Like, I have bills to pay and I only get Social Security.
I have bills to pay and I only get Social Security. Now, you look at this video and go, you can't see the bottom half. She's in a wheelchair or something. You got one leg missing. What is it? It seems like, and you can only get so much from a video, it seems like she's fine. So I could almost guarantee you that she's claiming she's got some sort of mental deficiency, bipolar, whatever the fuck it is, just like the other ones I told you in my story. So they have to be permanently disabled. Like, they can't work. You won't be able to focus on a job, or you'll get too angry and fly into a rage. Or, I'm bipolar, so I'll be up here and then down here I won't be able to get out of bed. Therefore, I can't go into a job. And for the rest of the world, it's like, yeah, that's called, I don't want to fucking go to work, but I have to get up and take care of my family. These people turn it into a profession. It becomes the thing that they do. And they live on Social Security disability so they don't have to work. And then on top of getting that, they get the food stamps.
What is happening? Is the Social Security going to be next? Like, I have Section 8. Is the Section 8 going to be next?
Sure, Section 8 too. Based on this, she's not paying a goddamn dime except for when she wants tattoos, when she wants liquor, or something else. We are raising her and her daughter because of whatever reason she can't work.
I don't know. I'm scared. Totally scared. And, like, I can't even get a job because I don't got a car right now. So, like, and for those people who say public transportation, yeah, well, I gotta walk my daughter to and from school. So I gotta pick her up by 3:30, drop her off by, like, 8, and somehow also manage to get to and from my job on time as well. Which also, when I get that job income, it makes the rent go up and it makes my Social Security go down. So I'm...
Yeah, so see, so they're afraid to even get off of it, assuming you can kick them in the ass enough to even get them off of it, because you have to trade one for the other. When you start having an income coming in, depending on how much it is, they start reducing all of your benefits based on, 1, how many hours you're working, and 2, the hourly rate you're getting. So on top of that, they don't even have an incentive to get off this shit. They stay on it and they keep riding it. And they're never going to get off of it. We are the mummy and baby daddies of millions of lazy fucking Americans that have found a way to not work. To just be a porch monkey and sit there and watch you go to work and get in your car and run errands and do shit. Because their whole fucking day is free. Every day is Friday for these motherfuckers. Every day is Saturday for these motherfuckers. So, my opinion, I'm gonna finish with this. My opinion is, by the way, there was one quick thing I wanted to show you as I finish up here. Okay, one single person, if you qualify, which I don't think it's that hard to qualify anymore, can get $298 a month. 2 people, $546. You got 4 people getting 994. You got 6 people getting 1,421. And if you're one of those mamas with 5 baby daddies or whatever it is, you're pumping out kids like they're going out of style, which is what they do because all of their benefits go up at that point, and you get more coverage for your rent or maybe a bigger apartment. You get more food stamps. Look at that. You get $1,789. So for everybody that's watching this, you're working, you're struggling to put food on the table, you're taking care of your family. How great would it be to just get $1,789 put into some account every month? So you could buy everything for the whole family and not even have to take anything out of pocket and not worry about it. How great would that be in whatever situation you're in right now? In the meantime, you can't do that. However, you can keep working and paying way too much in taxes and stuff to the state and government, and these people can whine online that they're going to stop receiving yours and my money and make videos about how they're pissed about how the whole situation and what are they going to do with themselves. Even she said it. I don't have a car, so I can't get to work. So she just passively admitted that she can work. There's no reason for her to be out of work collecting Social Security disability. But it's easier to get that and get all the taxpayer-funded money. So my opinion for this and finishing is this needs to shut down as planned tomorrow and they have a contingency plan. If Congress votes it in, there's enough funding for 3 weeks to give to everybody. So there is that to fall back on, an emergency fund. But in the meantime, it'll be shut off tomorrow. So, November 1st. I think it should stay shut off until they revamp the whole system so that you have everybody have to requalify and make sure that the people that deserve it are actually getting it, and everybody else, that the lazy bums that are capable of working, you can go, hey, you're going to get 30 more days. You're going to get a supplemental amount, whatever it is. It could be 30 days. It could be 3 months. At the end of that quarter, you are done, you are cut off, you need to get a job, and you need to find an alternate means. You can no longer suckle off the teat of the government on behalf of by the taxpayers. That's what I think. So I'm not shedding any tears for the shutdown tomorrow at all. This me as a working class Joey bag of donuts, this shutdown has affected me in precisely 0 ways. And I'm willing to bet most of you are also unaffected by this shutdown. For everybody else, for a fair amount of people that are just gaming the system and taking this shit, time to grow up and get a fucking job or figure something out. Stop leeching off all the taxpayers. All right, I got more updates coming soon. Like, share, support, and subscribe. Those likes, those comments, and subscribing to the show really helps. I appreciate it. You guys let me know some of your thoughts in the comments as well. I'll talk to you all soon. Thanks, everyone.